Yeah, I know I'm going to accidentally minimize it like several times before I remember every time not to. But hey, last time you wanted me to take a swing at Hydra. I knew it would go badly, but like, you wanted to see the Hydra. Please, can we see the Hydra? Sure, I guess I can drive by.
Listen, it went so much better than I anticipated. I think that Hydra's days are fucking numbered. But I know it is your want to clean up every side quest in an area before we progress, and that'll certainly give us the minor additional edge to make the Hydra truly cower.
So one of my combination weaknesses / strengths in video games is that I'm an overpreparer.
I think that's an incredibly good mindset for Shin Megami Tensei as a rule. Bosses have a habit of being like either complete pushovers or like truly unforgiving.
By the way,
being overprepared is what you want to be. Oh, hey, Tsuchigumo.
I really like this monster design. It's just good. It's got a good mix of things going on there.
He's an old classic. He's from like SMT1 or 2, I believe. Series classic design that's just popped up over and over again.
I've never seen you before. You're planning on charging right in? Yeah, that happened actually. I mean, I wouldn't do that if I was you. Some crazy monster got set up ahead to take out the angels. The thing's got it out for everybody. Angels, demons, it don't matter. None of this matters. Anything that goes near it gets ripped apart. It's got its territory marked near Tokyo Tower. Heading that way, you better watch out. It smells like piss. Do you think? Never mind. I'm gonna spare you that thought.
So, the Tsuchigumo, which you just saw there, is kind of an interesting, like, mythologically speaking, they're kind of interesting. They're supposed to be enormous spiders that dwell in the earth, sort of enormous monstrous or demonic spiders, and that's how they're remembered now. But my understanding is that originally the term Tsuchigumo was basically a sort of like, it was like a derogatory term for a particular group of, like a particular group of itinerant peoples who were disliked by the state at the time, and were described as dirt-dwelling spiders, essentially.
Oh, that's real fucked up.
And then over time, the word became detached from that understanding and just came to mean like literal. Oh, you're literally talking about a dirt-dwelling spider. Oh, like a giant spider that lives underground? Crazy. Like, and now we have the modern Tsuchigumo. And their counterpart, the Jorogumo, which is an enormous spider that takes on the appearance of a beautiful woman and seduces people.
Hot.
I'm not sure if Jorogumo has ever made it into SMT. I wouldn't be surprised if she... Yes, there is indeed a Jorogumo. Oh man, no wonder I've never seen her. She's like, she only showed up, like, once.
That's right, buddy. Suck on that.
Really old armor. Beat the shit out of these old men.
Hey, that's what I wanted to see. I'm a little mad at that one dodged the last round.
I really love how your current party has heaven, hell, and death all represented. All things under the sky. Got a real end times vibe.
Alright, let's see if you get this. This guy's pretty dodgy, though. Nope, you got it! You got it! Good job, Demon. Demon.
Daimon. So the term daimon, D-A-E-M-O-N, which later became demon as it was romanized and then like became like a sort of became a term that was used in Christianity to specifically refer to malevolent spirits. Originally, a daemon, like spelt like that, was a Greek, or daimon with an I, was a Greek term that was supposed to describe just sort of like a manifest spirit of any kind. So a daimon was not necessarily malevolent or demonic, as it were, in the way we understand it.
That makes sense.
But it came to believe that in some sense, the use of the term daimon like this for a very vividly sort of like a very classically Christian depiction of a sort of, pitchfork-wielding demon is kind of inappropriate, because that's not what a Greek cultural like reference would mean to one of the people from that original culture. They wouldn't envision this when they say daimon. But it is a very clever way to get around the fact that this is a demon that just represents generic demon, in a series that uses the word demon for literally every single fucking character, whether they're gods, angels, whatever. Like, everything is a demon. It doesn't matter. Demon is just the generic term. Or in Japanese, akuma. So it was a nice way for them to get around it. I remember there being a lot of debate when it was announced that there was going to be a daimon in the game, whether it was going to be like the classical Greek interpretation or if it was going to be attached to the little imp guys that we saw in the trailer. And as it turns out, it's the little imp guys. Definitely one of Doi's better designs. I think mostly beloved by folks.
Yeah, it's just a little guy.
It's just a little guy. He's so gleeful.
Yeah, it's not something I can imagine someone hating. Maybe not liking, but hating? Nah. Dude's having a good time. It's rough, Sandman.
He has a little bit of the like SMT5 flavor, like in terms of being just a very straightforward representation of exactly what the thing is. Kaneko got like very sort of lateral and like high concept with a lot of his later work, and it was more abstract and surreal and influenced more heavily by high fashion. And I really like that stuff, but I can also appreciate his earlier stuff from SMT 1 and 2 where it was just, hey, this is just a traditional depiction of this demon or whatever. Like, this is exactly how it would appear. Like Turdak, for instance. Although, as we discussed previously, there isn't really a traditional depiction of Turdak, so...
yeah.
That's a fast old man.
Alright, well, might as well go for this. Nope, miss.
He has fun every time, though, which is what counts.
His spirit will never break. Anyways, eat shit, buddy.
Oh god, I love Aramasa, that's so cool.
Not getting enough crits. Feeling like I need more luck.
You're not feeling lucky?
No, I could definitely use more damage though, so it's gonna be strength until I feel like it's ahead enough. We'll see though, next level up. I don't want to think about it too hard. Hell yeah, you taste that power, buddy.
I love the level up track.
Hey, Squan Man. Oof of these nuts! Okay, cool, we did the quest. Let's do a restore, and then we're gonna hit that quest marker over there. Black Bear quest marker. Okay, heal all. Splatfest was last weekend, so I am properly scrambled on Switch Pro versus the Joy-Con controls. Problem is that like in my mind, the X button and the plus button get mixed up constantly.
Oh yeah, no, I've as someone who like I tend to purely navigate by muscle memory when it comes to controllers. I really hate consciously thinking about them. Like I will know exactly what button the X button is on any given controller, but if someone tells me to hit the X button or L2 or R2 or whatever, I'll be like, wait, which button? Like I just have to feel it. I know the Sony configuration way better than Microsoft or Nintendo, so whenever I have to go back to a Switch or something, it's always confusing.
And I use the PlayStation controller for when I play Guilty Gear on a rare occasion. Nothing made me appreciate certain controller attributes more than trying a fighting game out. Anyways, we're gonna get Fell Swoop because I actually combo super well for our general build. We're getting all these eventually.
Yeah, that's an excellent choice early on. I like hesitated a long time on Fell Swoop because I wasn't certain exactly how much it was going to like. How much it was going to be like, how much Magatsugi was actually going to be bringing me, but it's really worth the investment. So,
see anything I would like here? We're already weak to dark, aren't we?
Yes, and with this you would lose your block on Thunder, unfortunately.
Oh,
I think.
Okay, it's all of the resistances. Gotcha.
Yes. You can't add them on, unfortunately. But yeah, holding on to a full block at this point, even if it comes with a couple of weaknesses, I think is super valuable because those blocks mean free turns when you're careful. Like,
yeah, let me see what else is here. Yeah, you're also full block, but you'd come with a Bufu or ice weakness. That's a half.
Given what we're up against, resistance to fire and dark would be ideal, but I'm not sure we have anything that's like.
Well, demon.
Demon. Oh yeah, that would mean sacrificing our thunder block, but I think that's a pretty good setup.
Let's go for it. Demon, we're gonna learn some stuff from you. We're gonna roll how you roll for a little bit, Demon. I'm sure you're very happy about that.
That's actually going to be incredibly useful for Hydra.
Yeah.
Dark and fire are pretty common as well. So
I'm looking at the affinities right now and going, you know what? That's something that's going to constantly be moving until I find something I want to stick with for a while.
okay, I mean, to be honest, like until you get some of the late game setups where you can actually pick up like essences from very high level demons that do basically just give you a whole bunch of blocks with barely any weaknesses. You're kind of swapping out the resistances a lot throughout the course of the game, so I wouldn't necessarily get too attached to any one setup. I definitely settled on one where I was like, this is mostly applicable, but like, you're gonna want to swap it up a couple times.
Alright, is this another Magatama? It is!
Every time, man.
She's been fucking doing it for me, nice.
Even when she messes up, like, I mean, that's the thing, every time she's like, oh no, I found this incredibly useful demon.
Alright, what are you weak to? Wind. Do we got a wind handy?
Not in this team, but you might want to. You could check your items or swap it out.
I do have a Kodama. What do you got, buddy? You do have a Zam.
There you go.
Okay. Get that Kodama. Right, then we pass. 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 Alright, buddy. Don't miss, please. Yeah, I'm gonna keep working on his thumbnails because I want to draw Jovian for the first one. For the second one, I'll probably draw a monster. I don't know yet. The third one, though, is going to be a Kodama. I have to draw a Kodama. Or is that 2 that Kodama killed us? I think it was 2 that the Kodama killed us, so yeah, Kodama will show up as a picture I draw. And Neko Shogun I'll have to try to draw, too.
I would love to see your Neko Shogun.
Oh yeah, no, I feel like Neko Shogun's within my general skill set wheelhouse right now. Alright, yeah, I don't like how low that luck's feeling right now, but I did say 15 strength before I boost up luck anymore. I wanted to give strength a little bit of a leg up on other stats.
I mean, they complement each other. Those criticals are going to be that much higher for the additional strength.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. Oh, hey.
Yep, this is our quest. Okay, that's a side path up there. I don't see anything registered. And Ipsan Datara, right? Ipon Datara, there it is. Skill of a craftsman is shoddy as can be, an embarrassment to my kind, actually. But you know what? Ask Lennon Sid... How is it pronounced?
I believe it's Lianan Shide.
Lianan Shide. Lianan Shide.
But don't quote me on that.
For help, and so a whole bunch of doors started opening for me. Thanks to her, I'm going to use my new skills to become the best stonemason in the biz. Alright. Who are you? Something tells me I won't like the answer. Oh look, we were hired to kill someone, right?
Well, let's through. I know what choice I made here. I believe you can still go back and kill her if you want to. You could theoretically hear her out.
But you're charmed by her as well. Do you think what Apsaris is doing is right? Apsaris has been seducing demons weak in her, becoming her soldiers. No attention to what they can do as individuals. No, they're just pawns in her little game. Everyone has their own talents, their own strengths and weaknesses. That's of no concern to her. She simply works her charms and forces whoever she pleases into doing her bidding. I said she wants to grow her faction, I do, but she's going about it all wrong. Please, won't you help me instead? If you care about this demon even just a little, you must help me put an end to Apsaris' plan. Nah.
Oh, I see you've chosen a side.
I think they're both lying to me, but so I'm just gonna go with the first one. How unfortunate. So you're my enemy too. They're both warping the other's situation, I think, to suit their own perception. She's my enemy too. The vile Titus has bewitched yet another. Whatever, Ayn Rand. Okay, maybe I did pick the side, I guess.
I know she's a little libertarian, but I did actually end up backing Leon Shide in this situation.
That's typically who I've seen get back. So that's one of the reasons why I'm a little encouraged to try someone else. Alright, I don't know what you're weak to. Actually, I can figure that one out. Fuck it. I got these spy glasses for a reason. What you got, buddy? What you weak to? Ah, you don't like that ice, huh?
Interesting things to say about Ippondatara's design here. First of all, this is a fairly unconventional portrayal of Ippondatara, aside from the fact that he is a smith, he has the one eye and the one leg. Normally he's portrayed as like a large sort of bristling ogre or giant type, but Kaneko went for this kind of like heavy industrial kind of Nine Inch Nails music video escapee look, which is actually almost directly lifted from a specific Spawn figure, because he was very into Todd McFarlane's work.
Oh no! You let me down, bro. No, just fuck him up.
Ippondatara, historically associated with the forge and forging and smithing, described as a giant with one eye and one leg.
Oh wow, you're both weak to
I remember reading
Hama.
a little bit of analysis on that folklore that suggested that those traits may have ended up being associated with blacksmithing at the time, because it would be common for a blacksmith to have lost like a limb or an eye or something along those lines from like sparks flying, misapplied hammers, etc. So like certain traits became associated with blacksmiths and then eventually became like associated with this deity or like spirit that represents blacksmiths. Although in Ippondatara's case, he traditionally naturally has one eye and one leg. He didn't lose them.
Yeah, so let's frick this dude up. We're gonna do a guard on our second set of rounds. Might as well do lunge, have a guaranteed crit. And you're not weak to... Wait, aren't you weak to Bufu? No, that's Hama. Okay. Yeah, let's do lunge. Alright, pal. Just a regular attack. I actually can't afford you to miss right now. Give him a Hama. It might be worth killing him and then guarding. I think I can afford the main character being a little bit at risk. He has a lot of HP. Fucking annihilated. That's...
This track, by the way, barely plays in this game. There's only like a handful of fights where it's used, but I really fucking like it. Like a cool little mini boss track.
Let's see... Kunda... Bufu... Okay, yeah. Oh, Aramasa time. Not a single crit to be had in there. Rip. No, don't guard. Go for a... Yeah, high chance of critical. Nope.
Man, quite high enough.
Alright, we're gonna stick with regular attack on you for now. I don't like the turn missing.
No, accuracy is a real gamble. That's why hits stuff like that high critical hit, low accuracy one or whatever, or like it's an all or nothing. Like you're either going to get an extra turn, or you're going to lose everything.
Yeah, what I want to do is maybe on boss fights, and I want to use that just to debuff their evasion a bunch.
Oh yeah, Sukunda is really useful for like a build that relies heavily on like low accuracy, high crit. Buffs are a little bit less all-consuming than they were before. Prior to this, almost every SMT game, and if you go back and play more of them after this, you will notice almost every SMT game revolved like almost entirely around making sure that your enemy was fully debuffed and you were fully buffed in order to like be able to function properly.
Oh,
this game de-emphasized them a little bit, but they are still very present.
Yeah, I mean, I've seen Persona, and it gets fucking crazy in there at the buffs.
Yeah. It was the game series that taught me to actually pay attention to buffs and debuffs. I remember when I was coming up playing Pokemon and stuff like that as a kid, I disregarded any move that didn't just do enormous amounts of damage.
Yeah, a lot of those effects don't really come into play until you do multiplayer for that. And what SMT and its, you know, sibling games do is make it doesn't lie to you. You can debuff all kinds of enemies. Bosses have the same rules as everyone else. They're gonna be immune to some things and not immune to others. I like that. I like that a lot. I think that's the way to go for JRPGs otherwise. I lost. Only wanted to help. Was that really so wrong of me? You both want to help. I know. No, it wasn't. There's nothing wrong with chasing your dreams, even if they never come true. I agree. I can't agree with both of you, though, so one of you's gotta die. You just spare your own powers as long as you live to the fullest. As long as you're true to yourself, then that's more than enough. Can't be wrong. I just can't. Alright, later. Pizza acquirement's very important. Anyways, it's up, little dude. Ever get lost? Gotta use landmarks. Think tall. Think big. Work best. Yeah, I know how to navigate. But thanks for the advice. Some people don't.
It's a shame we can't reconcile Leon Shide and Apsaris, but a recurring theme in SMT with demons is that one of the major distinctions between them and humans is that because they are these sort of manifestations of the id and the different elements of the human subconscious and beliefs and stuff like that, unlike humans, they have very little capacity to change or compromise or adjust. They can only be the entirety of themselves and nothing else. So it's a little sad, but most often in these games, you end up having to pick one side or the other. Or do you?
What is this symbol I'm looking at? Amalgam. There's an amalgam here?
I believe that was just a... I think that might have just been a key, like a sort of like a guide to itself. The symbol you're standing on right now is that's actually a glory. That's
yeah,
like the glory apple.
It says amalgam on it. Okay, I see how I get there.
I think it's at the top of this. Yeah.
I figured it out. That's not how you do it, but I've been playing Warframe, and boy, that game does mobility super well. Have you tried Warframe?
I played Warframe a great deal back when it first came out. I was a very early adopter, and I was obsessed with a lot of the visual design in that game, and I still am. I think a lot of it is superb. Keith Thompson, who's an artist I have a great deal of respect for, became the lead artist and sort of principal art director on Warframe, which I didn't know about for years. I knew he did the original designs for Warframe, like the vault suits, the Grineer, like a couple of like early things, but I always thought he just did that keyframe work and then kind of like stepped out and went up to do other stuff. And for years I was wondering, like, why doesn't Keith Thompson show up in other stuff anymore? Where is he? What's he working on? The entire time he was working on Warframe, and I had no idea. I checked out at a certain point just because the grind got to be a little bit too much and I had other stuff going on, but that was, by the time I wanted to get back into it, it had escalated and expanded so enormously that I kind of feel like I might have missed the boat a little bit. Every now and then I try and get back into it, but I think I'm content to just kind of watch. I do love how it moves, though. That's for sure.
Yeah, I just got into it properly recently, and I'm enjoying it. And I'm mostly, when it gets to the point where I'm doing the grind, I will probably stop playing, unless I'm still just having fun with the grind. I don't like to just grind. Is the thing. The grind has to be fun for me. It's a weird rule to have, I guess. I don't know. Some people like are sitting there grinding, talking about how miserable it is, and it's like, well, why are you doing it?
It depends. I think a nice kind of grind, like can be like very relaxing and meditative. I know that for me, over the last couple of years, when your job requires you to be like very consciously like engaged and active in terms of like what you're doing the entire time, like you have to be thinking about every single thing. There's no way to just turn your brain off and go through the motions. It can become like really exhausting. And at a certain point, a game that only asks you to like grind or whatever can actually be really satisfying. I certainly got a lot of mileage out of like FF14's daily roulettes and stuff like that over the last couple of years. Like Destiny before that, like any game that has like, here's a couple of dailies you can just grind through. It's very nice to put on a podcast, open that thing up, and just kind of run them through.
For me, the games like for example, like I play a lot of games like like Stardew Valley. That game is a grind game. It's literally a day job game, and that's really fun to me. I like that grind. But like FF14, I don't like the grinds in it because I don't enjoy the basic like gameplay loop of that game. And then I'm going to Warframe. I could see myself probably grinding in Warframe because pressing the forward button in that game is a joy to me. And
oh yeah, like
that's what I need.
I mean that goes for art as well, I think, or like anything. If you can find like pleasure in the most mundane aspect of something, like I really love the act of rendering. Like even if I have an enormous painting to work on or whatever, and it's just a lot of like the sketch and everything, all the fun dynamic parts are done, and it's just sort of like finishing it. I love rendering. I love doing all the little tiny paint strokes and just moving my way through a painting. If you can find a way to enjoy the most sort of menial, like dull part of a given thing, then I think you can go really far with it. But it's not always possible. Sometimes the grind is truly unpleasant.
There's some relics here. Oh, because they did a restock. I understand
yes.
now. In case I need more money. Okay, she's down there. I see now.
Yeah.
For me, if writing, my favorite part of the writing process is editing, especially the part where I delete huge sections of something I worked on. I actually love that shit. It's so cathartic to me.
Skill.
It feels so very good. Oh, okay, that white piece is something different. Alright, I'll run through there. Yeah, I love destroying it. I don't know. It's such power. It's like this does not hold power over me, kind of feeling.
Having that skill, having like the ability to enjoy editing like that, I think that's enormously powerful. That's a real high value like attribute, I think.
It's been slowly transferring itself to the art process too, which I really enjoy. Going, you know what? Fuck this picture.
Oh, careful.
Yeah, hold on. I also kind of wanted to see what you found. Might be another Magatama. You've been doing pretty good, lady. Yeah, it's Spit V. Hey, Squeeda. Yeah, just a light sound.
Have I mentioned like the mythological Amanozako that this Amanozako is like
this big dude over here
ostensibly based on?
Or no, this lady. The little lady here.
Yeah, the little lady, our little navigator. She is traditionally described as the mother of monsters or the mother of Tengu, and her traditional depiction is that of an enormous prone-like bird woman with tusks and sort of like horrific features of every kind. Like she is meant to be the most like terrifying fucking thing to look at.
You're mentioning that there is some. That was one of the reasons you've been sus of this one in particular.
Yeah, I'll pause briefly while we talk to
were you able to stop Linan Shide?
Linan Shide.
You put an end to Linan Shide's plan. Oh, wonderful. I rest much more easily knowing your reception's at an end. You see, they're both saying it. And health increase ×2? Oh. Health incense, sorry. It's not for me, it's for someone else. Like, again, I'm sitting on those until, like, I start getting some in-game friends. Unless, like, I have a bunch of extra, then...
Yeah, it's a wise decision to hold on to those for now, I think.
Mm-hmm. Like, everyone here is very temporary, I know, so... Okay, cool. Is there a save point nearby? There is. Okay, let's go see if we can, like, fuse anything. Strength, I'm certain you'll be able to protect Lady Asparagus. Lady Asparagus, got it.
Apsaris.
Apsaris, thank you.
But yeah, so the original Amanozako is also she has an interesting sort of like origin. You've probably heard of the Shinto thunder deity Susanoo.
Yeah, Susanoo.
Yeah, when
My
Susanoo,
favorite boss in FF14. He's having such a good time.
when the mythological Susanoo purged himself of evil in his journey to sort of kind of like bridging the gap between the Amatsukami and the Kunitsukami, the gods of heaven and the gods of earth, after he was banished from heaven and exiled for being an asshole. In order to purge himself, at one point he vomited up all of the evil, all of the malign forces, all of the impurity in his body. He vomited it out, and the vomit became a Manozako. She is a distillation of all of the worst aspects of Susanoo.
Oh shit!
So the moment that I saw a thing called a Manozako, I became immediately deeply suspicious. I also was a little sad that her design did not reflect her original monstrous form, but if you know about the mythological Manozako, it does raise some questions about our partner here, and certainly it kind of explained Aogami's suspicion of her.
This might be a good replacement for Turdak.
Tsuchigomo is a very very helpful fellow.
Okay.
You should. What are Turdak's resistances again, though? We can always get another Turdak if we need one.
Oh, Turdak's resistances. Bonk.
Yes, he has a bit of resistance to dark, which might be useful. I don't know. Tsuchigumo is actually very good, so it's your call, and we can always get another Turdak if necessary.
Get a Agathion or an Azumi. We got an Azumi before. I don't want to go to Mermaid, but Sandman and Preda, I'm okay getting rid of. So you know what? Get in here. Get in here, you so and so.
Apsaris comes with some pretty heavy ice affinity, if I remember correctly, so she'll be very useful against Hydra. Agathion, meanwhile, doesn't really have great ice affinity, but does have great ailment affinity, and he's something new to fuse stuff with. So
yeah, that's
going to pick up Sukukaja next. That's useful.
I'm going to be honest. That's the main reason. It's the main way I'm looking at Agathion right now is that like. This is a good dude to fuse with someone else eventually. I'm just making room for our new friend. Good to meet ya. That's a fun little dude. Little bit of Diogenes energy, you know? Are you a big simulation game fan, by the way?
Depends on what you would refer to as simulation. Like I wouldn't.
Deus
I'm not
Ex.
normally like like ImSims.
Yeah.
I admire them a great deal from a distance. I've always wanted to get deeply into playing one, but I haven't actually like.
How do you
really
feel about
big...
detective stuff?
I really appreciate detective stuff. I could theoretically get into some detective.
Okay,
stuff.
so there is a procedural city generated detective in-sim game being developed called Shadows of Doubt. I played 20 minutes of the 90-minute time demo yesterday and went, I'm going to put this down because I need to play the shit out of this later. You actually gather evidence and set up a fucking, like, board in your journal. I can color code, like, strings and pins and stuff.
Fascinating.
And you scan for
sounds cool as
fingerprints, and, boy, I had a situation where I tripped a silent alarm and I had to hide in the closet while the cops were checking the apartment out. Because there was a corpse in there and I was investigating, now I'm investigating a murder. And it's like, and there's like genetic enhancements you can get too. It's like a weird, like, how to describe like the technological level of setting. It's got that 80s neon, like, cyberpunk sort of look, but it's like an alternate past where genetic engineering became prominent very early on.
Kind of like, I think retrofuturism is normally.
Yeah, that would be it.
There.
Okay, get in the party, Aspros. Alright, what you do, lady?
I remember. So I didn't pick up Apsaris at this point in the game for obvious reasons because I backed Leon Shide. By the way, this is demons that join you as a result of quests like this, and there are a handful, are the only way to get demons above your current level. She's 16. She's 3 levels higher than the rest of the party. She is easily the most powerful demon you have presently. So quests like this, always worth doing.
What are you... Okay, you're weak to fire, so you're not going to be useful against Hydra.
Well, remember, we're going to pick up some fire dampeners, so if we play our cards right, it shouldn't matter whether any of our team have fire weaknesses. And often, like, the same demons that have those Bufu skills we're going to need against Hydra will be people that have fire weaknesses, so you kind of have to compensate for that.
Okay, so...
What's our skill set? I don't think I saw.
Hold on, I'm just checking something here. Okay, is that a new quest I'm seeing down, or is that an active quest?
I think that's a new quest.
Squint. That's the mermaid, isn't it?
Oh yeah, if that's the mermaid, then that's a quest in progress. Should have to pick up on over time.
I'm just checking the map here, seeing if there's anything we're missing, because we need more power before we fight this Hydra. And it looks like we're gonna have to grind a bit, which is fine. I am okay with this grinding. Unfortunately, we can't get to that glory up there at the moment, and we can't get back here yet. I kind of see where it curves around, so...
I recommend hitting up Gustave. I recommend hitting up Gustave for some dampeners, since he sells them. We'll want like a whole bunch of dark and fire dampeners.
Good point. That might make Hydra doable. Is it per person a dampener, or is it like a whole party for a turn?
It's the whole party.
Is it like for a turn?
For a turn, or yeah, for a turn until you get hit, I believe.
Okay.
Dampeners are enormously important in these games. So like some games permit you to, they have like actual skills associated with that. Some of them only use items, but like playing off of the elemental weaknesses and attacks and stuff like this is the key to SMT.
Okay, so Neko Shogun. We already got Neko. No, we didn't. Alright, so... Alright, we know about the soda. It's in box 2 rolls of black tape. There's need to be a place to grab the tape. So that's a VHS, I take it?
That's a VHS tape, yes.
And disposable cloth mask. I've read that description before.
For whatever reason, Gustave really wants to get his hands on one of those.
Debbie does Dallas. Heck yeah, a real quick side. Okay, we already got a... Oh, and there's a cap to how many we can carry. I like that, because then it's like, well, can't buy any more than that. Don't need to stock up any more than this.
Yep.
I'm someone who looks at inventory limitations and am happy in games in general. Like when people are stressing about like playing like Fallout or Skyrim or whatever and not being able to pick up every damn thing in the dungeon, I'm just like sick. I don't have to pick every damn thing in the dungeon.
The other reason these are limited primarily because having an infinite amount of them could be really broken, honestly. Like having a max of 3 every battle or whatever means you have to be a little bit more careful with them. It does mean that eventually we will be incapable of defending against those attacks if we have weaknesses in the party, but at that point you probably want to swap those people out. It's also worth remembering that every time the enemy hits a block, they will lose their turn. So this will allow us to basically chain a whole bunch of attacks on Hydra without him even being able to get anything in.
Okay. Each up I run maximum inventory size. It's a lot better. I am like everyone has a different preference for inventory like restrictions in games. For me, I am the sicko here, face pressed against the glass, going yes, yes, when I see inventory Tetris and carrying capacity weights, both. I want them both. I want it all. Alright, we could actually possibly take on Hydra with this group. Let's go carefully examine though. Alright, so I think Mermaid's important for this, because for unique ability.
Yeah, Mermaid and Apsaros probably won't both want to come with. Stormcrawler Song is really fantastic for this. But yeah, I kept meaning to say, and then I kept forgetting. I didn't take Apsaros this time around, but
is Hydra weak to ice?
She has it. Hydra is weak to ice, yes.
Okay, that's right, because of the song. Okay, so Mabufu is a weak to one, but you do have 2 ice affinity, so okay.
The other key thing is that at 16, she's significantly tougher or at least a little bit tougher. Like, Apsaros is a fairly fragile demon overall, but like having a 16 in the party is definitely like worthwhile.
Also, what are the tells for Hydra's attacks?
Okay, I am trying to remember what they were. We may have to. I'm not necessarily just gonna give all of the like boss info to you. Just for the sake of
okay, no, that's fine.
It's like a challenge, but they are. I think we actually figured them out when we were watching last time, just from like experiencing them firsthand. But
it's been a week.
I think we'll figure them out.
Yep, we're doing it. The game is saved, right? Let's go save again just to make sure. I don't remember if I saved on this side of the ley line. I'd rather not walk back. Watch this cutscene again. I don't see any reason not. Wait, is this the one where you get the flashback?
Yes.
Do you want to watch that whole thing again?
I'd be happy to if you do, but it is a long cutscene, and we may see it several times on our way to.
Yeah, no, it's fine. If you want to watch it, it's on the VOD from last time. I'm saving it as highlights.
Yeah, I think I remembered. I don't believe Hydra telegraphs fire breath, but it does telegraph the poison breath, the dark element attack via using a Magatoki critical beforehand.
Okay.
So when it uses its Magatsuhi skill.
Set your memory. Yeah.
Ogami simply means blue god.
Perfect. He's white though. And red. He's incomplete. We complete each other. That's right. Bros over hoes, handshake.
Can also mean blue steel.
Wait, no, Aogami and Jovian and Jokestar bonding together is like the bros and hoes fusion. With Jovian bringing the hoe and Aogami bringing the bro. Oh, fuck. Alright, worm. Mini worm.
I have a couple, depending on how this one goes. Oh, it's so great. Depending on how this run goes, I may have a couple of recommendations for our next one. I think if we get our asses kicked here, we should definitely go away, do some grinding, fetch some stuff. A demon with media would be really useful, but I think we can make a go of it potentially.
We have a hem from Angel here, so
yeah.
Anyways, well, I don't need to hit you with the thingy. All right, let's boo-foo you. Actually, maybe I should have brought in Neko Shogun for some debuffs.
Still in the party, right?
Yeah, he is.
Swap him in.
Yep. Because we don't need the heals right away, and you do have some heals too, actually.
Jovian's the only one who can use items currently. I would use a fire dampener here just as a caution.
I was just gonna. I agree.
It may be for nothing, but we'll certainly appreciate it if.
I mean, it sticks around until it's used, right?
It sticks around for at least a turn. But early on, he's certainly not going to use the poison breath. And I believe he may open on a fire breath. So we'll figure out the balance of using them. Like figuring out SMT boss fights takes a couple of runs normally, but eventually you get into a good. So
I'm going with Secunda first because the accuracy would actually buy me some more time potentially. Alright.
Oh, okay.
Dark time.
Dark dampener. Yep.
Okay, it does last for one round. That's fine.
Yeah.
It's not too expensive.
No.
Yep, he's got a minus attack physical. Probably the next one I'm going to use. I like to weaken their offensive prowess before weaken their defense.
Buffs do wear off after buffs and debuffs wear off after a certain amount of time in this version. So there are SMT games where they are essentially permanent until they're removed. But this one, there's a degree of like buff debuff decay. So you might have to keep refreshing it.
All right, let's get Shift the Thing Breaker. We'll alternate a little bit.
Already making a pretty significant chunk in his health here, and he's gonna lose this next turn as well. So,
Alright, nah, Aramasa.
This was free. So,
That's right, buddy. Suck it. I think
two cold women and a cat.
They're lesbians now. Is my headcanon together? I'll ship them now
Lesbian
because of our party
roommate.
makeup.
Two lesbians and their cat, and their buddy.
Yeah,
Oh, beautiful.
Jovian's their weed dealer.
Man, they're really ride or die for their dealer. They're coming to fight the fucking Hydra with him.
That's called class unity. Oh boy. I'm gonna drop the fire. I have 2 more, and every round I buy potentially
Yeah.
is worth it. Worth potentially like
Yeah,
risking
a fire
it.
hit could also be really devastating since we have 2 fire weak members.
Yeah, this stops us from having to worry about healing, which is to his advantage for us to start healing rather than attacking. Anyways, yep. That also refreshes that.
That'll take it 2 down, so he's now significantly lowered. You can get 2 deep on buffs, like you can stack 2 deep debuffs or 2 buffs or whatever, and they'll be cumulative. You used to be able to go all the way to 3, but just 2 this time. Like I said, they de-emphasized buffs and debuffs a bit.
Anyways, we're actually kind of hurting him real bad.
Oh yeah, this is kind of crazy actually. Looking at this by comparison to how my first few attempts went.
Potential max up for allies for 1 turn. Yeah, we'll see. We're gonna do a big round next.
Well, there's only 1 Magatsui gauge that everyone shares, so.
What's that mean? The crits
Oof.
here. You keep getting crits. Fuck you.
Nope, not that one.
Alright, here we go.
Okay.
Dark time. Yeah, he is
Yep.
he is not playing around at all with the
Nope.
fire attacks.
Yeah, he starts. So he does have a second phase to this fight where he will make use of them much more. So I would maybe save that lost fire dampener for that because he's almost guaranteed to use it. You'll know when the second phase has started.
Alright, let's go get our. Yep. Gatoki. Alright, let's frick him up!
There's skulls. Not really doing much.
What's that?
It's just funny that she has the motif of the hovering fiery skulls, and yet all of her attacks are a storm of like, here we go.
Yep. Is he still going to use the dark, you think, though?
Yes, he's already charged for it. He'll make use of that, and then after that, he's almost definitely going to use fire. So, fire dampener on the left. And honestly, he's so close now. Like,
I'm gonna keep Neko Shogun up potentially.
You have 1 more turn. He's not going to do any damage this next turn because of the block. But
Yeah, true. Okay, and then we'll take advantage to that.
yeah, you're gonna have criticals and everything here. So
Give him the Yowie paddle. Alright, time for Aramasa again.
oh, it's so fun when you see an Aramasa crit.
Oh yeah, just a stream of crits. Yeah, suck on that.
So satisfying.
We definitely need the physical affinity for Jovian. Anyways,
Okay.
have another.
She's gonna need a top up on her MP.
There's an item for that, ain't there?
I believe so. So you might want to start next turn with Jovian topping her up.
Big 76.
Oh, this is that.
We weren't ready for that.
I didn't know he could do that.
Well.
Oh my god.
Now we do know.
Well, shit. Oh, okay.
Hey, that's okay though. Flaw knowledge is a-okay.
Yeah, that's you can absolutely do that. That is a walk, I think.
Yeah, I agree. We just weren't ready for that right there.
Yeah, I didn't realize that the phase change would would put Frenzy on priority. I guess. Oh man. Well,
I see. If it's just me, I probably would have assumed to change things because I'm paranoid.
Whereas I have too much faith in my understanding of SMT, which is not perfect.
Hydra can hear me talking shit all he wants. I keep coming back, and I will kick his ass, and then I will make a Hydra my bitch later. He can't do shit about that. There we go. Young man.
Shonen. Young man.
As cool as this is, we've seen it enough. We'll have to change out for Nekoshokan a bit.
Has some good advice here. Slapping on a Rakunda before he hits off health so the second phase lost the least amount of time possible is probably wise.
Yeah.
Getting a defense down.
In that case, yeah, because I don't think the evasion has helped at all, so I'd rather have something guaranteed to be useful. Anyways, I'm going to use a fire dampener, just in case.
Just in case, but...
That's the only one I'm going to use until the second phase.
Okay.
I'm fishing for an extra turn. I recognize this.
Yeah. I must have, you're really getting into the swing of things as far as SMT boss fights are concerned.
It's actually not too terribly different from Dragon Quest. The Dragon Quest is a very similar mindset for its process on buffs and debuffs. Yeah, I'm gonna trade you out for Nekoshogun, who's always the MVP of my heart. He's also level 9, unfortunately, but that's okay.
If we have to do a third run, we should remember to do that beforehand, because it's free to swap outside of combat.
Yep. Yep. I might as well Bufu you. Bufu these nuts! I'm gonna pass the turn here. That's safe, right? Oh, it's flashing, so it's not safe, right?
No, you'll lose this turn if you pass it. You might as well use something.
Alright. Mabufu, or Bufu it is, not Mabufu. No crits this time. Alright, here we go.
See, I've just been left paranoid about the fire because I remember on our first run he used fire breath like right out the gate in the first phase.
Yeah, so fuck this guy is what I'm thinking right now. Yeah, he could. I think he does have that, doesn't he? Anyways. I like what you're thinking there, because these two are doing a lot of damage, and also we need to buy a bit more time to throw some debuffs on them. Yeah, the evasion buffs and debuffs do help. When the enemy misses, it do feel good. Oh, you can also Rakunda. Alright. Frick, we'll do it right now. I feel like her fishtail should go up like higher on her legs.
Mermaid is a design that has a little bit of a reputation in the community for maybe being a little bit egregious with the showing of skin.
Aha! I'm so,
it's so
fresh, you can
satisfying
suck
every
my
time.
nuts.
One of the most simple pleasures in the world is like getting a full block on your team in an SMT fight like this and having them lose every single one of their press turns. It gets even better when you start to get things like reflect or absorb instead of block.
Alright, yep, some color. Oh yeah. That was always a joy in like FF6 was getting, or like Chrono Trigger was like planning around that. Alright, this guy's gonna phase change real heckin' soon, so I'm gonna give him the Yaoi paddle a couple times.
Calm down.
I'm gonna draw Neko's Shogun like fucking Neko arc is what I'm gonna do actually.
That I don't think I've ever seen that. That sounds like it could be a mimetic viral hit.
Well, like,
sounds like exactly the marketing synergy we need.
The moment I get people in my comments or my DMs asking if I could do something for free is when I know I could probably do commissions.
That's actually a pretty good. If people want you to do something, don't do it for free. If you're good at something, don't do it for free.
Exactly. No, like I never do it for free. I'm going to actually block real quick here.
Yeah, this is probably going to be Frenzy. Having said that, it's almost definitely going to be Fire now, but we don't have any way to access the blocker anyway, so. Oh.
There's one crit in there.
Yeah, that could have been much worse.
Don't hit her again.
Oh.
Ah, fuck you.
Oh my god, no! Oh well.
Can you stop?
Thank god Apsaris was guarding.
Alright,
I would probably, yeah, I would probably change rather than revive at this point.
Agreed. Angel first.
Angel and then Humble Blessing, I think.
Good, they tell you exactly how much you get out of it. I'm going to toss out a fire dampener.
Yeah, pause and put a fire dampener down.
Oh, she hasn't got the crit yet.
Oh yeah, you can get a crit. Oh yes, exactly. Okay.
Or the weak, yeah. So we're fine. And then fire dampener. You motherfucker better not disappoint me.
I mean, if he doesn't use the fire dampener, like, that's also kind of... If he doesn't use the fire red, that's also kind of good in its own way, so... Oh, there you go, you beautiful bastard.
Shit. Oh, that felt so good. Anyways,
Say...
But
Damon, maybe, since he has, like, resistance to fire, but it's your call. Turdak could probably do more damage.
Yeah, he is...
Oh, wait, Agathion has like a Bufu that's very weak, right? Like he has a -4 Bufu, I think. But it is a Bufu,
I ultimately didn't give him Bufu because he had -4.
It does have Dream Needle though, which if I remember correctly, we successfully popped off Dream Needle with Sandman a couple times in the first run, so we might be able to put him to sleep.
All right, let's take a gamble here because that will give us a bit more time to buy here. I am going to do another Humble Blessing.
Oh yeah, just top everyone off. I would probably end every turn until we are out of fire dampeners with a fire dampener at this point.
Yeah, we're definitely... If we lose this one, we're definitely going to be saving the fire dampeners for phase 2.
Yeah, if we take a loose one in the first phase, we're just going to have to... It seems like the probability on that is pretty low, so...
Alright, Dream Needle, what you got?
Oh my god.
Not quite.
Oh. I thought it worked there. That was.
I ain't believing it's working until I see him letting out the little snot bubbles.
I think if we get, I think we open with a Magatoki critical. Yes!
Yeah, eat it, pal. Oh, you're going to regret that!
You're going to hell!
What's up, buddy? We're gonna do your favorite thing.
Everyone. We are going to beat you to death.
Okay, wait, that's my favorite thing. My bad, I make that mistake so often. Anyways. Big hits only, please. Did I end up getting anything on you that I actually wanted? Is this guy weak to Hama?
No. Also, bosses tend to be resistant to insta-kill, as a rule.
Well, I wasn't even considering that. I'm gonna just do regular attack into crit. 19 damage, I'll take it.
Oh, right down there into the red.
Yeah, look at Hydra here. Hydra, if you end up pulling a victory off at the last second here...
I mean, I could respect that on some level.
I respect that, but that just means there's more pain in the future for him.
Probably not. The Dream Needle, he's going to get woken up again by the next round of attacks, so it's probably better to take...
Weak Almighty Drain attack the one foe.
Regular Zan might be worth it.
Alright. Have some wind.
Oh, that was pretty sizable.
Okay, so he's gonna do something. I could just do a full guard round.
You could, or you could try and make a sprint for killing him, actually. He doesn't have that much health left.
Right, and
but
I could
it is a gamble.
probably weather a round as long as he doesn't get like a lot of crits. So he's gonna get a weak, so he will get extra turn. Alright, I just know you're resistant to Edgy. And everyone's full health? Okay.
Ooh, that was a nice critical from Angel.
Ooh, oh.
Whoa, holy shit!
So close. Can I...
Okay, this is...
Yeah, it's flash, so I can't just pass, because I would give it to Jovian again.
He's dead next turn. If you manage to make it to the next turn, he's fucking dead.
You know what?
Oh yeah, oh my god!
What
you know what?
No.
Oh.
Ah!
Oh. Oh my god! Oh my fucking god!
Yeah, suck on it. Damn.
This is the most satisfying.
He looks like a homemade tattoo.
What? Oh my god! Wow. He's tough.
Is he gonna get the poke? No. Are you gonna get it? Hey!
There you go.
Finish!
Fatality.
Nico, Shogun, and Mermaid taking some hits. Yeah, like, I don't mind some of, like, the monsters being horny, but I feel like Mermaid could stand to be a little less horny. The tail's weird. I feel like the way to make Mermaid weird is give her kind of a Naga appearance, make that fish go up, the fish part of her body go up to, like, her navel.
So, at some point, not right now, but at some point, I'll show you some of the other designs that were proposed by Doi for Mermaid. Because there were a handful of there were like several like passes of on the Mermaid design that were done back when she was designed for Shin Megami Tensei Apocalypse was the first time that design appeared. And there were a couple of other passes that like skewed more towards like weird punk sukeban like schoolgirl.
Oh, I'd love that.
And where she had like a couple of like skull bracelets and stuff like that, and then there was a version that was more like a sort of more traditional mermaid. Like, I think you'll like them. I will show them to you at some point.
Just imagine Jovian putting his hand on her head, like he's about to give her a head pat, but then just pushing her off screen.
Oh my god.
That's right, we got the land laid. Yeah, little buddy. Little dude.
Excuse me, I'd like to borrow a cup of Agathion.
Here, you can replace Bestial Bite. Looks like we'll need to replace Demon soon. Oh, shit. I can learn some fucking Drake shit. And it was to save first. We got like that little like wing there. I want the glory so badly. Alright, what's new here? What's new for you? Oh, yeah, I can buy other people's essences back. Good to know.
Always useful for hopping between different configurations, depending on what you're up against.
Alright, let's do the party heal. And then I'm gonna go grab that glory, and then we're gonna come back and spend that glory. And then do fusions.
After that, I might need to go just because a little bit of a shorter run today. I've got like lots of stuff to do before the Japan trip.
That's fine. Yeah, I figure it's just how it is. Folks, by the way, folks at home, chatterinos, we're considering maybe doing this more than once a week in the future. Once Francine gets back from Japan, because these are short sessions, so they can like fit in to like their day pretty easily.
And it's a big game, so there's a lot to get through. Once a week with this shorter session might take us a while. That said, we already beat Hydra, first major boss of the game, and certainly a roadblock for a lot of players. So,
well, a lot of players I've seen play this game are playing it in hard. So, like, if you were here to say maybe I should consider not, like, I would have been like 100% like, all right.
I think this is just the right balance for streaming it, honestly. Like, if you're not dedicated to the challenge or whatever, hard can just be very, very frustrating, especially when you get into situations where, like, I guarantee we would have to spend way more time grinding to beat Hydra on hard.
Yeah,
here.
hard might simply not be a good streaming difficulty. Can't believe you actually beat the
Depends
giant
on the
snake.
person. Like, I mean, if you're streaming for the sake of hard, like if you're streaming to an audience who's like, hey, we're here to see someone get their ass kicked or whatever, that's one thing. But we're streaming to just see the game. We don't need to get our asses kicked.
Yeah, like,
we need to kick ass.
Yeah, given like some of the losses we've had, I feel like normal's perfectly fine for me. Where'd y'all even come from? Got some kind of power on you. It's like the power of the myriad gods or something. Has someone ever done an edit of him with Carl from Aqua Teen Hunger Force's head instead?
I don't think I've ever seen that.
I'm just getting good ideas. He talks like Carl from Aqua Teen Hunger Force.
That might be a good thumbnail. There's your thumbnail for you.
No, I wanted to go to the World of Shadows. Yeah.
God, what a spectacular miss! What a spectacular miss from that Hydra.
Yeah, Jovian lost the first 2 times just to style on him that last time. That's all according to plan. Counter incentive. I mean, these are all fun stuff and I want them, but let's see. Guarding. We have Divine Garrison, so let's grab it. That seems like a priority, actually. I feel like I have a suspicion that physical mastery is gonna be a while before we see it. And what does Hydra give me here? I saw Hydra, right? Did I not see Hydra in the fusion? Oh.
So Hydra is a special fusion, which means that similar to that other one that we have, it can only be. That's Essence Fusion. We didn't actually get Hydra's Essence.
Okay.
He's been unlocked as a special fusion, but he's at level 37, so it might be a while before.
That's one we've had before, actually.
Oh, wait, no. So where is he? He might just not have shown up yet because you don't have any of his component demons. He's higher than 37, that's for sure. I should have remembered that. But he is a much later game.
Alright, Demon, what can we make you into? Oh, we can get Tsuchigoma with Angel being gone. We need a Medea, though, before I want to commit to that.
I wouldn't let go of Angel. Also, there's plenty of Tsuchigumas outside, which you ran past. We could just go talk to one of them and recruit them fairly easily.
We're level 14,
so I'm not
true.
sure it's worth giving up for a fusion. There might not be anything major worth fusing right now until you've leveled up a bit. Like, normally by the time I defeated Hydra, I was at about, like, 19 or something.
Oh, hold on.
Oh.
We got some new friends here. It would require me to dump Mermaid or Apsaras or Turdak.
Agathion and Turdak might be worth it, depending on what Obarion has.
Let's check it. Let's see, what do you got? I love this little dance, by the way. Alright, a big physical up for him. Strength ain't too bad, agility's decent.
With those physical, he could make good use of some of the skills from Turdak, actually.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, actually, this seems like a solid fusion.
Yeah.
Let's do it. Alright, high chance of... I want to go with high chance of critical, though you have things to help with that, so I could give you...
Secund and Sakaj. Obarion comes pretty, like, nicely made up for something like Gram Slice or critical or...
Alright, we'll grab you. Grab a Grand Slice if we don't have dodging BFs up. And yeah, that seems good to me.
I'm not sure if... Dream Needle is very situational. It worked on Hydra, but I would probably swap it out for Dia instead, just to have a little bit more like heals in the party.
Yeah,
pretty useful, and
he does have a
plus
+1. Yeah, so okay, I like that. No. Oh shit. There we go. There we go. Fuse it.
Mythologically speaking, Obarion is a yokai that follows folk around, jumps on their back, and becomes incredibly heavy.
Oh, it's that guy. Yeah, you see him in JoJo season 4.
Yeah, there is an Obarion themed stand in the form of Cheap Trick.
And I'm not gonna spoil that in case you do end up watching, folks. That one, because that is actually a really cool episode. The resolution for it is absolutely fucking perfect.
Love this dance.
Dude is just a happy little guy.
A little bowl cut.
We got like a ton of space now too. So I forgot I just got the +2 demon stock on top of that. So we're all set for some fun stuff. But you said you gotta go.
Yeah, I've got some stuff to take care of. I've got to get some commission slots filled. If anyone's interested, by the way, commission slots are just about to open, probably like very soon after this stream. So if you're interested in commission work, it'll be open for that.
Can you post your Twitter link in chat there?
I will throw that in the chat right now. And then we've also got to get some packing done, and we've got an inspection from the landlord's people tomorrow, and all sorts of other stuff we've got to handle. But I think we've got a handle on it, and I'm really excited because we're pretty much through all of the sort of like the irritating admin like phase of the last couple of weeks or whatever, and now we're just ready to look forward to going to Japan.
And also to date this stream because of that commission, it is currently Valentine's Day in 2023.
Yes.
What do you want to give your rough like price range?
So comms are going up in price a little bit by comparison to what they've been the last couple of years because let me tell you, cost of living going up, and so I've had to raise my prices for the first time I think in almost like 7 years or something. I am offering both bust and full character commissions. Busts, which is head, shoulders, and chest. Those of characters, those are £200. That's Great British pounds. And full illustrations start at 400. Convert those to dollars. The current going rate for those, hold on, I've got it set to yen right now. For obvious reasons, we're trying to figure out exactly how much we're going to need when we're over there. That is for full commissions. That's about $480, and for bust commissions, that is about $243.
Oh, the British pound still had the dollar. Okay.
Yep. Just about.
It used to be double. I remember.
Yeah, it used to be almost double, and that was. And back in those days, I mostly quoted exclusively in dollars, but after a certain amount of time, like I decided to start quoting in pounds, just because it's easier for me, like in terms of knowing how much I'm gonna have.
And people can use a converter. This is my
people can use a converter, and I believe, when I send my invoices, PayPal will convert it to their native currency, like whatever you have your current currency set to on PayPal, the invoice will show up in that currency and give you an idea of how much you're going to be paying when it comes through. So if there's a problem there, we can talk about it. But either way,
it's well worth the price. Like this is like Chico Blue prices is like the thing, and so it's like you're getting a quality artist here, folks.
That's very kind of you. Slots go real quick. The last ones were all gone after 7 minutes, which is probably the fastest they were gone. I don't know if it'll be quite that fast again because I had been closed for a long time before that, but They're pretty. They're good. They move. So keep an eye out on my Twitter. God, I'm really fucking enjoying this. This is a lot of fun. Taking out Hydra this time around was exactly what I was hoping for.
Just all in a day for the jabroni Hina's life.
Yeah. We got dehydrated.
Yeah, we gotta get some more water. Well, that's what our what's her face can do, right?
Yeah, no.
We got Mermaid help with the thirst. Mermaid's expert in water.
Thinking about it, the Hydra was vulnerable to sort of like ice or hydro element. That's interesting.
That's traditionally been what Hydra are weak to in a lot of games. Like when playing, for example, Dungeon Crawl Stone Soup, that's like one of the ways you deal with Hydras in that game, because if you use a slashing weapon to try to kill them, they'll chop off a head and they grow 2 more. And so, since they're considered a reptile, if you hit him with a frost attack, it slows him down.
That's interesting, because in the original myth, it's fire that cauterizes the wound and stops the new head from growing.
I think fire weapons do cauterize it still, but if you freeze them, since they're reptilian, they just get a slow status effect, which is absolutely brutal to deal with.
All right.
Anyway, say thank you to Francine, everyone. Thank you for watching, folks. I'm going to keep streaming after a short break. Yeah. I'm going to be playing Wanted Dead, the new Ninja Gaiden team game, which is like Hong Kong action movie, fun, stupid shit.
Stick around and check it out.
All right. Thanks, Francine.
See ya. Godspeed.
All right, folks. Break time.